It's another episode of the About Mansfield Consumer Advice Series. I'm Steve Casillo, and you are listening to your favorite podcast platform. We appreciate it, whether it's Apple or Spotify or Pandora or whatever it may be. Thank you for being here today. And today, as we usually do on Fridays, we bring in our financial philosopher, Phillip Washington Jr. He's the executive producer of his own podcast, Wealth Building Made Simple. We're talking about investing with reason and imagination. Investing with reason and imagination. Now, to me, that means left brain, right brain.
Yep, absolutely.
And so I'm just going to, we've already teed it up. What do we mean by investing with reason and imagination?
Yeah, so good investing requires both, right? I feel like a lot of people approach investing only through a reason mind. They only think about analytics. They only think about statistics. They only think about crunching numbers, and they leave out imagination, which imagination is the most important part. In investing, you make the most money at the turning points, and the turning points are similar to like mindset shifts in the market. And the mindset shifts can only be observed with imagination.
Creativity.
Creativity, absolutely.
How can I take this little bucket of money and turn it into a bigger bucket of money? And it's not all just data driven. It's using the creative mind of investing maybe in non-traditional aspects.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think I like to use reason as like focus and analyzing. And like you said, imagination as creativity, but it's very like a practical example of what I mean is, think of reason like an idea, right? Like a seed, and imagination as the ability to see like all possible seeds, right? There's infinite seeds, and each generation brings a new seed or a new economic idea or new economic ideas. And so if you're only able to see the seed and you shut off your ability to see the infinite possibilities, right? Seeds only last for a season.
Right.
So you have...
Then they turn into trees.
Yeah. And then those trees have life and death cycles. And so you have the life and death cycles are the important part. And so like, the crypto, the artificial intelligence, the podcasting, the creating online content, all of these are new possibilities that are solving problems for entrepreneurs and businesses and economies. It's solving the previous problems of the previous generations. But if you are stuck seeing only with reason, the old world, you're not even seeing what's in front of you like right now. Because you shut things off.
You made a good example on your podcast, Wealth Building Made Simple, which we record that podcast before we move on to our episode. And you made an example, an example of how your left brain and your right brain working together are very similar to what if you only used weights on your right arm.
Yeah. So like if you lifted weights and you went to the gym and you only did bicep curls right on the left side and you didn't balance it out with the right side, you would be deformed. And that's similar to how our mind, walks around in any aspect of life. But whenever we feel, I guess the best way to say it, like whenever we feel negative emotion about something, that negative emotion, from my perspective and the way I think about it, is an indicator of like mental unbalance in an area, right? You got too much logic, too much reason, and not enough imagination in an area of your life that makes you feel bad or scared, or right? Because like investors, the number one reason investors don't make money is like fear of the future.
Yeah. Yeah. You've got your list of things that work in balance. I put together dreamers versus realists, and it's okay to dream, but it's also okay to be data driven. And your list is kind of goes hand in hand with that.
Yeah, the energy and matter, which is just one, God and man, yin and yang. all the brother allegories, all the father and son allegories, the different generations. It's the same principle expressed in all aspects of life, but it's imagination and reason working together. Because when they fight, right, when reason and imagination are not harmonious, that's when you have war or conflict, like internally, right? And that's why I use the example of like negative emotion. Negative emotion is the feeling of war inside yourself. That's all it is, right? Because imagination doesn't judge.
So you got a guy who is investing his money, but he's totally reason driven. What are some things that he's going through that he's missing?
The bigger picture. So I would the people that invest only on numbers, right? That say just give me the numbers, just give me the numbers.
Yeah,
that works in a world where where assets are cheap and you have access to cheap money, right? You can just do the numbers and then you can leverage up. That's what private equity did for 3 decades. Now, and I use venture investing as the opposite. Venture investing is heavy imagination, right, and not much reason. And I find the best investors in any domain, whether it be venture, whether it be private equity, whether it be public markets, whether it be business or whatever, the best ones are both when you take a balanced approach, and you're not just doing numbers, right? But you're also not just pie in the sky, all possibilities with no organized thought process, right? You want to balance the two,
right? I think the same applies in marriage, where opposites attract.
Absolutely.
I love you, honey.
whatever you say, honey. That's what I have to say.
There you go.
To avoid the war.
So to bring this all back to a consumer advice piece, what advice do you have to the consumer in terms of investing with reason and imagination?
Yeah, I think the very practical advice on it is, I don't have to tell most people to not do analysis, right? I think most people overanalyze.
Yeah.
I think what most people have to open to is like imagination, the new ideas, the creativity. Open your mind to that, and use like your analytical skills really just for focus to say, all right, let me look at how things are. Let me analyze the new opportunities, right? Use imagination to keep your mind open and not closed, focused only on as things are, so you can see the trend change and then be positioned for it.
Sage advice.
Thank you. They call me Sage of the Six Paths.
Sage of the Six. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there. In the minute or so, do you have any final advice to our Mansfieldians?
No, I just hope you guys enjoy the rest of your summer, and enjoy your weekend.
If someone wants to reach out to Phillip Washington Jr. regarding investing with reason and imagination, or just investing in general, how can they reach out to you?
Best place is my newsletter, wealthbuildingmadesimple.us. It's wealthbuildingmadesimple.us, where my premium subscribers can email me any questions they have, and they'll get a response back.
By the way, I'm going to go back to the white shot here for a second. I can see Spellman, Howard, blah, 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 but I know there are more words underneath Xavier, Fisk, and
I can't read that.
And some at Florida A&M.
Yeah, the only thing, they didn't put our Texas schools on here, so I need to, get one made with our Texas HBCUs.
Okay, because I know there's someone out there going, what does that say on his shirt? But,
these are historical Black colleges and universities.
All right. Go Women, USA Soccer.
USA.
Yeah, right.
USA.
That's Phillip Washington Jr., right? Yep.
Yeah, that way.
This way. It's backwards. And
I'm the left brain, right? You're the right brain? Okay.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Phillip, let's do it again next week. Oh, by the way, folks, your 10-minute nugget is up. You can go back to work now. Let's do it again next week.
Thanks, Steve.
We appreciate you listening to the About Mansfield Consumer Advice Series. By the way, if you own a business and you are interested in being a part of the Consumer Advice Series, if you have the knowledge to give information in 10-minute increments to the consumers, shoot me an email to info@aboutmansfield.com. Again, that is info@aboutmansfield.com. We'll tell you how we can get you all set up. Appreciate it. We do it again next week right here on the podcast.